I'm here, Keith Camacho, with Gabe McCulley of the UTEP basketball team. And, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. First off, why basketball?
Why basketball?
Yeah.
Something I love to do. It's just one of my most interests. Something I've been playing since I was 8, 7 years old. Football was my first love. And I started playing basketball after football, and I had to choose between the two in high school, and I just went with basketball because I thought that, I was a little bit better in basketball.
Well, you should have been like, who was it, Kevin Perry, and just
Yeah,
on both of them?
I could have. I think I would have, been a good football player too, because I played football all my life. I was great at football coming in high school, but just didn't. I thought it was too much contact in football.
Yeah.
More serious, dangerous injuries. So I just went with basketball. I thought it was more of a safer sport and indoor, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I've watched pretty much every basketball game for the past couple of years, and I've never noticed that you guys have, armor on.
Yeah. Usually we don't. This is the first year that we've actually got it padded tights. Last year it was just really tights, but this is the first year we've really had padded tights.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, the show that we're on is El Paso Flavor, and we talk about things to do in El Paso and, the stuff about El Paso. So I guess I could ask you, what is Memphis like? What's Memphis's flavor like? What do you do in Memphis?
Well, the big thing in Memphis is, of course, the barbecue, the hard rock, the blues, this and that. But I pretty much play basketball in Memphis. Memphis has there's a lot of crime in Memphis, so the younger guys and younger people get away from the crime and all that and drugs and all that. They just play basketball and get familiar with sports and all that kind of good stuff. Just as the same as in other areas like Chicago and other bad areas. To get away from crime and all that, we just tune into sports and get active with sports, and that's pretty much what goes on in Memphis. They get active with a lot of sports and stuff.
Cool. I gotta ask you, who's your favorite? What's your favorite genre of music and your favorite artist?
That's a good question. Right now, it's tough. It's a lot of people out right now. I'll have to say, genre rap, of course, R&B, rap. I like Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa has kind of grown on me over the couple of years. Wiz Khalifa, Kanye West, Jay-Z. I'm a big Jay-Z fan. So yeah, those guys.
Have you heard anything of the new Drake album?
Drake, I'm a big fan of Drake. I forgot to mention him. I'm sorry. Drake is a big fan. I've heard his new album. I like the album, and yeah.
Yeah. I gotta ask you, because you're from Memphis originally,
Right.
As was most of the 2007 recruiting class, I think.
Yeah, 2007, 2008. We had Arnett Moultrie and Jason Jones come in from Memphis. We had Jeremy Williams and Myron Strong come in from Memphis. Kareem Cooper came in from Memphis. We've had our host of guys here from Memphis. Me and Randy, of course. We joke all the time about calling El Paso West Memphis. So yeah, we've had a nice amount of people from Memphis.
Yeah. What was it? Well, when you got the scholarship to UTEP, did you know anything about UTEP? Had you heard anything about them?
Not really. To be honest, Tony Matlock, the assistant coach, was at Arkansas State. I had Arkansas State and I had San Diego State on my list to visit, and was really gonna cut between the two teams, San Diego State and Arkansas State. And Matlock told me he was going to UTEP and told me, he wanted me to, look into UTEP and, tell him what I thought about it. And I looked UTEP up, and, I found out that Randy Culpepper was coming to UTEP. And, Randy got on the phone and, talked to me about, maybe being his teammate. And, I took all that into consideration and, made my decision. And I thought that UTEP would be the best place for me. And, it's worked out for me here. I've experienced a lot here, and it's been great.
Yeah, it's because you graduated last December?
I graduated December 2010, and I'm just working on my master's, and I've just enjoyed myself here in El Paso. The people in El Paso are great, fans here are great, Food here is great. The culture is great. You know, I mean, I've had a good time here since I've been here for the last 4 years.
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess you answered most of the questions so far. Well, what's the thing that you like the most about El Paso, and the thing that you like the least?
Just how friendly the people are. You know, El Paso is the people are very nice here. You know, I've made a lot of friends, met a lot of people. The food is not bad. I've experienced tasting a lot of different foods here that I'm not that I'm not normal to as far as in Memphis. So I've El Paso food, the music here, the people here. I wouldn't say there's too much that I don't like about El Paso. El Paso is a nice place.
The heat.
The heat at times can be tough. It can be difficult in the summer. Thanks for bringing that up. The heat, yeah, is tough. So I mean, that was something I really had to get used to because it's almost hot year round here. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now it's what, 70 degrees outside.
70 degrees. I'm wearing shorts outside in almost December. So, it tends to be hot here a lot. It's not called the Sun City for nothing.
Well, what are you going to do after college? Do you have plans to go to Memphis, or do you have plans to go back to Memphis? Or
right now, I have no idea what I'm going to do after I graduate. I'm pretty much playing it by ear. Going to see where I fall after the basket after this year. Obviously, I'm going to weigh my options and see if I can go and play somewhere. If I can't, then maybe I'll try to get into coaching, and just do something from there. That's it.
Because the way that it's looking like right now, you're probably not going to play in the NBA for a couple of years. The way that's looking, because the lockout isn't.
Yeah,
doesn't look like it's going to be lifted anytime soon.
I hope they get those issues right, man, and hopefully I get a shot at the NBA, maybe get in some camps and maybe show some of the stuff I can do. But I won't be able to do anything if they don't get this lockout over. But with that being said, there's a lot of places to play overseas. You can play anywhere from Europe to Asia to Australia. You can play anywhere in the world. So, I'm going to just try to weigh my options out and see where I can play and, see if I like where I'm playing and, see how long I can play. Your body can only take so much. So, I'm going to play as long as I can. And, after that, I'll just, move on to maybe trying to coach.
Well, thank you. You're Gabe McCulley.